First day of my 5-day water fast. I do it every year from May 13th to May 18th, which is my mom's born day, small b, Earth Day. She passed away 20-something years ago, 2003. But her born day is on May 18th. And so I do a 5-day water fast. No food, no vitamins, no working out. Just water. Electrolytes, water. Okay? First day, I lost 3 pounds already. I was like 186. I think I'm like, 183. Something like that. 187, 184 is what it was. But first day, we still going. It doesn't stop. Now, let's talk about why you're on here. To see me go radical with the misinformation. You dig? The end time you heard. The end time that you heard about is not the end of the world. It's the end of all their brainwashing, deceit, prevarications, and lies. Now, let that settle. Let that settle for a minute. Ponder on that. For generations, they painted the end time as fire from the sky, trumpets, blood moons, and the ground swallowing sinners. You heard it before. They told you to be afraid, to submit, to give, to wait for a God Daddy to rescue you. A God Daddy to rescue you. And he would never come. So to wait for a God Daddy rescue that never comes. They told you terror and called it prophecy. Right? They turned your anxiety into their income. But what if the real end time was never about the planet ending? Right? Dying. What if it's about the illusion, the illusion dying out? The end time is the collapse of brainwashing. It's that moment when a child who was told, don't question, finally asks, why? Why not question? It's when the daughter realized the same book used to bless her wedding was once used to justify selling her grandmother. It's when a son sees that the hell he was scared of was invented to keep his parents obedient, and his obedience made someone else rich. The end time is the end of deceit. It's the end of pastors who fly private rich-ass jets while telling you to sow seeds for your rent. It's the end of politicians who quote scripture on Sunday and sign exploration, where they exploit the exploration deals on Monday. It's the end of historians who erase your ancestors, our ancestors, from textbooks and replace them with myths that made you hate yourself. It's the end of God said being used to silence science, women, questions, and progress. The end of lies. The lie that you were born in sin. The lie that poverty is holy. The lie that your land is cursed. The lie that your skin, your hair, your name, and your tongue are inferior. The lie that you need a middleman, to talk to your creator. The lie that suffering now guarantees paradise later. So you should never fight for better today. And guess what? That end time is already here. In 2026, information travels faster than indoctrination. A 14-year-old with a phone can fact check a 4,000-year-old claim in 10 seconds. You dig? DNA tests are exposing family secrets and fake tribal histories. Originality is digging up civilizations that your religion said never existed. People are reading the holy books for themselves and finding the contradictions the leaders told them to ignore. And the internet is the apocalypse for liars, and they know it. They know it. That's why they're panicking. That's why they call critical thinking demonic. That's why they say the world is getting worse, when what's really actually happening is their control is getting weaker. The world is not ending. The monopoly on your mind is ending. So no, the sky ain't falling. There's no one coming out the sky to save you. Whoa! The scales are falling from your eyes. The chains are falling from your brain. The fear, fake expectations appearing real is falling from your heart. And when brainwashing ends, a new humanity begins. One that builds instead of begs. One that questions instead of obeys. One that creates heaven here instead of outsourcing it to the afterlife. The end time you heard about is not the end of the world. It's the end of their world. The one they built on your ignorance. And their world is ending because you start critically thinking. You start thinking critically. So welcome to the apocalypse. Not of the earth, but of every lie you are forced and coerced to swallow. The only question left is this. When the brainwashing ends, what will you build in its place? If this shook something in you, good. That's the old world dying. Let it. Come into my inbox. DM. Come into my inbox. Let's talk about it. What's one lie you were told that died when you started critically thinking? Tell me about it. Continue to unlearn, relearn, and learn. Continue to evolve. Peace.